Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 6 of F1 Manager 24. Here's Mercedes. We had a fun time yesterday, didn't we? Well, not in the game, but, you know, originally George won. Looked like we had a 1-2. Obviously, the 1-2 didn't happen, but we still came out on top with Lewis. So, you know what? Go Mercedes in real life. Pivoting back to the video game here. We still got a lot of work to do, as you can see. It's really a one-team breakaway with Red Bull leading, but McLaren and Ferrari still ahead of us. They are neck and neck for P2 in the standings. We got a bit of a lead over Aston Martin, but yeah, we need a lot more pace in this car. Running a bit low on cash, $8.5 million. Trying to get a bit more in here, as they're currently manufacturing some new parts, and the ATR period is ending here with a new design approaching. Hey, got all the new front wings on there. As Mick Schumacher's overall rating decreases, that's okay. He really did not have a shot at replacing Lewis for next year anyway. Aha. Hey, new suspension's complete. As, well, crap. We're already manufacturing this stuff. No, we're not. Cancel that. This will improve things a little bit. Not terribly much, so you know what? What's Miami? 5 days. Okay, we'll just kind of manufacture those at normal pace. Still got a lot of cost cap remaining. That's all fine and dandy. No research projects. Hang on. Damn it. Gotta design some new stuff first. So we already have a new suspension that we did intense research into. Gotta wait 1 day. Then we'll get that situated. Okay, skipped ahead 1 day to the new ATR period there. Okay. New side pods. I think we're gonna try dumping as much stuff into these as we can. Let's see. Yeah, we're literally dumping everything. Everything. Actually, I realized we were intense on these side pods as I went ahead 1 day here to design this. We're going to need a real heavy plan to improve the handling of this car. That's where all the speed's going to be. So we're dumping everything. We're literally dumping the whole ATR period into this. And, you know, it's a bit of a gamble, but screw it. Gotta do what we gotta do. Let's see. Need to improve... See, dirty air tolerance. Yeah, that's probably shouldn't go backwards on that. Okay, that'll hurt the top speed a little bit, but you know what? Actually, it'll hurt the dirty air tolerance a little bit, but you know what? Gotta do what we gotta do. Taking all the minimum lifespan out of it. Look at all the gains we're gonna try making here in the cornering. Again, gotta do what we gotta do here. That's gonna be intense. So they'll increase the expertise in the future, because I'm certain we're not gonna be done designing these by the end of the season, but hopefully this should start improving the pace. I guess is it a bit risky to do dumping everything into one project? Yeah, especially with the research period open for next season, but gotta do what we gotta do. Or gotta do what we gotta do. So we're ready in 22 days. I'm just not ready for Miami. Yeah, we all know there. Manufacturing complete of new chassis. Actually, let's probably take a look. Anything else we need to really build? No, we got 4 of those. All the front wings, rear wings are good. Side pods, got those on the car. Suspension. Those aren't going to be ready in time. The floor got all those. Car development update. Yay, George improves on his overtaking. That's good. April Formula 1. RB's got new underfloor. Haas. Who cares? Training schedule. We could probably start working on pit stop time, because we're doing pretty good at minimizing mistakes, but we do need to get a little bit faster. Anyways, upgrade coming in here. Race simulator, that's new and improved. So because mentality is a big thing and both drivers are okay right now, I want to keep improving the facilities, keep everyone happy. Boardroom is being upgraded. Staff, team hub, that's being upgraded. Okay, you know what? Maybe we're okay for right now. Get a little bit more money in the bank. Move forward. Boardroom's upgraded. One more. Keep everyone happy. Okay, ready to go for Miami. Weather forecast going to be clear. Temperature going to be moderate. Safety chance, we'll see. Could be a one-stopper. Not expecting any rain. It's going to be warm. Race targets. George. Keep it at 8th. Lewis, keep it at 8th. Off we go to the Miami Grand Prix. Hey, guess who forgot? It's a sprint weekend again. Me. George P4, Lewis P5 in practice. I feel that was because we dialed in a lot of laps dialing the setup in. Both seem pretty happy with the setup. Was fine-tuning it a bit more. So the preparation, as you're going to see right here, currently going to be a bit off for sprint qualifying, but should be fine by the end of it all. Going to show you the very end of the results in sprint qualifying. Well, a bit of a shock in sprint qualifying, as with the limited amount of time in sprint qualifying 3, traffic held up a decent amount of drivers. So you got Verstappen on pole over Norris and Sainz. Lewis actually P5 over Alonso and Perez, who's in P7. George P8 over Leclerc. Yuki Tsunoda made into the sprint qualifying 3, and he rounds out the top 10. And flash forwarding to Saturday, it's raining pretty solidly at that. So we are on the wet tire here. It's going to be starting off with a pretty decent shower. It's going to turn to an outright downpour and taper off at the end, but not to switch to the intermediates. So we are all set to push here and get those all set, and we are already all good to go. Lewis starting from P5, George starting from P8. Let's get some double points here.
It's time for the sprint.
There we go. Verstappen should be able to get a clean getaway here. 19 laps on the board.
And it's lights out.
Off we go.
Away we go.
3.6 milliliters of rain on track as Sainz going for a move on Norris already. Nothing going there. Norris keeps it going. George out to P7. Lewis in P6 trying to get up around Alonso. Still hang on the outside right there. As well, these engines are hot. That's going to put some wear on him, but you know what? Keep going. Gasly has an issue already. He's nowhere near the points. Leclerc falls to 10th. Tsunoda up to 9th. Checo currently has the last points position. As we're heating those up already. Gotta be careful.
So we'll drop the temp on the rears if you can. Understood.
Norris and Sainz still side by side. It's George trying to get up around Alonso. Oh, those are way too hot. Way too hot.
So as much tyre calling as you can manage, please.
Thing is, everyone else's tires must be pretty hot too. Looks like Sainz is going to prevail. Or are they still side by side? They are still side by side for P2. Yeah, she's got a good view of all this.
Let us know what you see.
What we're seeing is the tires are absolutely melting. That's what we are seeing.
Let's just let them cook the tyres.
Track's very hot, even though it's got a lot of rain on it. So, whew. I think everyone's tires are actually melting off more than ours, so ooh, Well, looks like Sainz did prevail for P2 right there. He's still trying to hunt down Verstappen, who again has been perfect this season. As our guys here are still pushing on the fuel for now. But I'm worried one of us is going to go flying off soon with these hot tire temps. Looks like George fighting off Alonso. He hangs on to it. Leclerc is still trying to get around Tsunoda. No luck back there. These Cash App Red Bulls or RBs have had good pace with their new underfloor upgrade. They actually might be better overall than the Aston Martins, if you ask me. Yeah, we know the tires are way too hot. Are we telling you to conserve them? I don't know what else we can really do here. About a third of the way through. Found our nice little room here in P5, P6. Who's up over a second over George, who's 2.5 seconds over Perez. Looking pretty good, just maintaining the tire temps. Zhu heated those up with George a little bit too much. Back him down a little bit.
Gap of 1.2.
As up front,
And if you can
Verstappen leading by 2.5 over Sainz and a further 1.5 over Norris. Interesting development now here on lap 9 as rain's tapering off. Actually is happening a bit sooner than we thought. It was going to be a downpour through the middle stages of the sprint here. Everyone's still maintaining the gaps. Still 11 seconds from Lewis to the leader. And still 2 seconds from George to Sergio, but it'll be interesting to see the laps kind of move around here as we're at the halfway point.
The rain intensity reducing in the pit lane now.
We're definitely going to watch the temps now as the track dries out a little bit. What tires are going to get a little bit hotter here. 6 to go in the sprint. George X tracking down Lewis now, still keeping Perez at bay.
So car ahead now, Lewis.
Trying to maintain the temps still. Both have a decent amount of battery available.
Keep your head down.
Should get another downpour of rain here, which should improve the temperatures. No mistakes so far, and I'm hoping that's not cursed the commentator.
Just give us some feedback on the tyres.
They're melting.
Tyres feel okay.
He's lying. Yeah, having these two scrap at it. I got no issue with them fighting. Not going to have them go aggressive with the pass, though. Taking a look. Now, I'm wondering, is this a good decision to make, what with the tires absolutely just melting right now? I know what it is a good decision to make. Get some battery and get the heck away from these people. Try to save some fuel. At least with George for right now.
We still need to increase the level of lift and coast.
Copy.
Got away from Checo pretty well there. Taking a look at everyone else's tires as Lando's taking second,
So
looks
there's
like. Here
the
comes
car
George coming in.
Gap is 0.4.
Ooh, that's a little tight. Loose hangs on the spot. Our tires are still the best of anybody. Be wondering if Lando and Carlos's tires are going to bring them back to us eventually. Only 5 to go, so
2.
jumped ahead. They're still side by side. I think George may finally have it here. Lewis has the outside positioning, though. George gets it.
Understood.
Whew. Look how hot the temperatures cause these tires to drop off. Got more rain taken to the track now. Still okay with these two fighting because they're about 4 seconds clear of Checo. Joe Guan Yu now has a mechanical fault as Gasly's fault has worsened. Tires are way too hot now. Yeah, that didn't really change,
3
George.
laps remaining.
One to go up front for Max Verstappen. As Lewis still trying to track down George here. Have both use as much battery as they can at this point.
0.9. So anything could happen, Lewis. Let's just keep our heads down.
5-second lead over Checo now. Pretty happy with that. Leclerc has finally gotten around Tsunoda.
So last lap.
Actually, I think he already was ahead of him. But Leclerc currently holding the final points position here in the sprint. Lewis has a bit more battery available. That could come in handy. As, ooh, their tires are all shredded. So our car is still just acing it in the wet. Or at least we know how to push with the drivers a bit more now.
Alonso has a car problem.
Yay!
Gap 1.3 ahead. Pace is still good. Let's just keep it up.
Tires getting a little hot there. All right, let's see what they all got with battery. Probably nothing there.
So we'll drop a temp on the rears if you can.
Well, Verstappen going to be your winner of the sprint here in Miami. Lando's going to be in P2. Sainz going to round out the podium.
To win the sprint.
And George's going to get him here. P5. Lewis P6.
Checkered flag is
Rounding
out.
out the points positions, Perez and Leclerc.
Okay, so P5.
Now on to regular qualifying. See you at the end of Q3. Well, interesting development here in Q3. It is raining like hell. That's going to stop at the very end here. But you know what? While I guess this is as light as it's going to be in terms of wet tires. Setting them both out now. I'll just wait for the track to dry. Or dry a little bit. And then switch to the inters at the very end, I suppose. Awfully lonely out here. We're still the only two cars out here. You know the rain's going to pick up, right? Or at least that's the way it's looking in 2 minutes. I know. We really need to upgrade our weather center a bit more because I feel the forecast even during the sprint was a little wonky. So, gotta watch out for that. Still nobody's coming out. Okay, then. Well, that's fine. We'll set the pace for now. As there we go. Okay, now it's starting to taper off. See, our weather center is just quite strange. Currently, Lewis over George by 1/10.5. Wait for things to lighten up a little bit. Yeah, track's drying in a hurry, as we actually have both of our guys wait till the very end here. Verstappen actually, interesting enough, not on track.
Good.
Not sure what's going on there. I'll take it. Hey, if it gets him out of winning finally, fine by us. So we're going to be the last drivers to set a time here. And if the track continues to dry, pace is going to improve the drier it is. So this could work out to our advantage. Carlos currently has the lead. Norris now going purple. And so I have McLaren leading this thing, and Checo goes up to P1. Leclerc goes purple, sector 2. There you go. Norris jumps up to P1. Piastri goes to P2. Currently a McLaren lockout. Let's see what Charles does here. Hey, just like real life, McLaren might get the victory in this thing if they lock that out. But Leclerc final section right here. And he, gonna spoil the party, takes P2. As yeah, Verstappen not going to turn a lap here. Interesting. Alonso goes P7. Here comes George. P3. Question is, how is the dry pace going to be for us? Been good on the wet. Now I'm sure about the dry. Oh, Lewis only P6. Okay. George P3. Excellent right there. But Lando Norris on pole. Partly cloudy here on Sunday. And we're expecting a one stop perhaps. I don't think it's going to happen. Look like perhaps two stoppers actually going to be in play here. So soft, medium, soft or medium, soft, medium. I think we'll just go soft, medium, soft, and we could kind of play around with it here. Maybe kind of go in reverse for Lewis because he's starting more towards the back. Might go medium, soft, soft with Lewis. Just have to see, but I'm okay differing it right here. Just kind of get the tires up to temp in a hurry. Now if we go for the Miami Grand Prix. Oh, why did that change? No, put that back. Put that back. This game has a habit of doing that. Okay, George starting from P3. Lewis starting from P6. Off we go.
With the
First time
Miami
this season,
Grand
no
Prix.
Red Bull in the front row.
And it's
Off
lights
we
out,
go.
and away we go.
The cars in the mediums are Lewis, Piastri, Lando, Joe Guan Yu, and Kevin Magnussen. Leclerc's on the hard tire. That's rather interesting. Have to watch some engine temps. The driver all that confident right now, so might hold off on trying to do something crazy. Verstappen in P9. He's on the soft tire. Charles looking for a pass here for the lead. Nothing there. Just hanging on P6 over Sainz. I'll back that down with George just a little bit.
Just drop back a bit.
Copy.
As it's cloudy, but sun's still barreling down right now. That's a bumpy back straight, isn't it? One of the books. Lando hanging on right there.
So that's currently P3. So Leclerc car ahead.
5-car breakaway just about. Lewis trying to hang on.
0.6. Next car behind is Piastri. Gap 0.6.
Might be all for nothing at the moment. Probably want to go back on the fuel right now. It's not burning it completely up.
We must increase the level of lift and coast.
Copy.
DRS open. Verstappen probably going to get moved on Ricardo here. I tried. Nothing going there. Watch some tire temps.
Let's get into the tyre cooling, please.
As Carlos up around Lewis with the help of DRS. See if we get him back. Maybe past the detection zone. Yeah, I think he had doubled. Oh, no, we got it. Okay. George falling out DRS range there, but again trying to baby the tires for right now. Checo gonna maybe make a move. Nothing there. That's pass for the lead. Ferrari to the front with Charles Leclerc. George playing good defense right now. Jack the tires down just a smidge. Temps coming down for Lewis. So hanging out right now. Verstappen's still trying to get around Ricardo. We do have a bit of a ways to go on this stint with Lewis, so not terribly focused on pushing too hard right now, as it might be 3 wide for position. Ricardo's going to guess. Now we got Verstappen behind.
Yeah, don't sweat it. They got Verstappen before you.
Good big standard there.
So happy to push now.
Overtake the press. Overtake press.
Understood.
Could get away a little bit. Probably not. Verstappen go take a look around the left side around Lewis, so that we have DRS ourselves. Gonna dive it down the inside. Let's see as Lando takes the lead yet again. Checo did get around George for P3. Did kind of figure podium was out of reach. We're hanging on for right now. George out DRS range there. Max took a bit of lunch. That corner has been weird in every single F1 manager title so far. I can't explain it. As Piastri gets around George. George down P5. Doing okay with the condition on the softs though, so still pretty happy with George's performance at the moment. Lewis has 5 seconds over Hulkenberg, who's on the softs. Everything's going to work out. I assure you. Well, lap 8, Lewis caught back up to Ricardo, who is on the soft tire. So Lewis is making the mediums work. Soft tires should still have pretty decent condition to them, though. Obviously, the mediums lasting a bit longer. Interestingly enough, Georgia's soft tires have better condition to them than Piastri's mediums, so that's quite interesting. But George hanging up in P4 right now, still fending off both Piastri and Sainz, and Verstappen for the matter, who's now to P7. Up front, Aero's up to P2, Lando's still holding serve. I want to watch those temps a little bit, though. What's going to happen here? Verstappen making a move. Is he going to get P6? Sainz going to take it back. As Ricardo used some DRS, although Lewis going to retain P8. Lap 12 still battling with Piastri. As Piastri actually lost time to the Ferraris. Sainz has jumped Leclerc. Leclerc's fallen off a decent amount. No mechanical issue going with that Ferrari though, so that's rather interesting. DRS there with George though, should get around Piastri. They're probably going to keep on dueling with him. Put the power down, there you go.
Nice job.
A little low on battery though, as Sainz now has fastest lap. He's kept his soft tires pretty comfortable. Piastri taking a look again. As Lewis still scrapping with Ricardo. He's turned through his soft tires a decent amount. Pit window opening soon.
So head down. Sonoda can't be. Next car, 6 seconds.
Verstappen trying the right side.
So happy to drop lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
Ooh, kind of cut us off right there. That's actually just a decent defense, but we're going to be down P7. Should still be able to get Piastri, though.
Gap behind now, 4.6. Do we need to keep
Here's
the
Lewis.
coast up a
Let's
bit
see.
more now?
We can
Overtaking
use
is available.
some
Yep.
ERS to get away from Daniel a little bit.
And we can drop the lift to coast for now. We'll pick it up later.
Understood.
A second and a half behind. I don't think he's going to gain all that back. So that should be fine with Lewis. P7, P8. Hey, it's our usual stomping grounds. All right, Piastri first to dive into the pits of the leaders here in lap 17. Thought I'd bring a George in right there, but actually going to bring him on this optimal lap. Switch him to the medium tire. Let's keep him right on strategy.
Box.
Soft tires going on for Piastri. Down away. Fastest pit crew all season thus far. Imagine that's the same. Up front, Sainz, Stalk, and Norris on soft tires compared to Lando's medium tires. Verstappen currently his fastest lap, 2 seconds behind Sainz. Red Bull's definitely churning through those tires, though. Imagine he'll be coming in very soon. Probably this lap, I imagine. But yeah, Verstappen already up to P3. Joy. Carlos Sainz just taking the lead to start P8 or lap 18. So here we go. Keeping Verstappen out. So we're going to bring George in first. Now we're focusing on pit stop speed, so hopefully we're a little bit quicker here. 2.69. Okay, that's about the usual. There we go. Both Astons coming in.
Could be traffic on exit.
They're really going to double stack him. I bet Fernando's going to be quite happy about that.
Currently P10.
Right. Push on those to get them up to
So
10.
Piastri next car. 2.3 ahead.
See how we shake out there.
Car behind is Stroll.
Piastri 2.5 ahead.
7.
And Verstappen now coming into the pits. He fell off a decent amount. Checo behind him, but Verstappen should get out of the pit in time. Medium tires going on to lead Red Bull. Down and away. Perez, same deal. All right, George's tires are up to 10.
Right, that's good. Into this tire management.
Probably push a little bit more, actually. Go neutral on the fuel. Lewis gonna keep it on for now. Sainz staying down his old soft tires. Soft tires going on Norris. Soft tires going on Leclerc.
Just keep it up.
As Verstappen gonna just absolutely blow by us on his fresh set of mediums. Why are the cars floating? Or they look like they're floating. There they go. Gets the rear wing open. Verstappen goes by like it's nothing. But we know that Red Bull's stupid fast. Following lap, Carlos Sainz finally coming into the pits. See what he does here. Verstappen, who can start P10, is going to inherit the lead here. Here comes Sainz. Going down to the medium tire. Down and away. Bit of an overcut. See how that works out for him as Verstappen assumes the lead over Lando. Lewis is going to temporarily run P3 here. Or P4, as Charles got him. Well, end of lap 22. This should bring in Lewis into the pits here, as still a scrap up there between the top 5, top 6 at this point. Blair takes fastest lap. As Lewis, we're going to switch to the soft tire here. .8, that's rather slow.
So it'll be all clear on exit.
Might be a stat on Bono. Probably, because George typically having the faster pit stops here. Lewis going to drop to P9 for right now. Going to come out just ahead of Stroll. It's on mediums, Sonoda on mediums.
Stroll ahead.
Should be able to get these guys easily.
Alonso behind.
Although Lewis's confidence not that great right now. Gonna keep on plugging on with George. Might bring him in a little bit earlier at lap 44 for the softs. Lewis might be making some moves here.
So tyre attempts that do look good.
Let's swing around him though. Come on. Use some of the battery up on the back straight.
Press overtake.
Yeah, this should be a pretty easy pass. Wait for the rear wing to pop open. Be in range of Sonoda on the front straight. Be a 2-for-1 special in this little section right here. Let's see. Maybe not. It's coming soon, though. Hey, bit of a shocker up here as trailing Red Bull, Sergio Perez in P6 has a mechanical fault. George is 8 seconds behind on even tire strategy right here. Not sure if we'll catch up to Checo, but
Tyre management, we're happy with.
it'll be a hold up Piastri for us. Piastri churning through some soft tires right now, so I imagine we'll see him. Well, we might see him. We'll see. Approaching halfway here. We're still fighting with Sonoda. We're watching the tire temps a little bit because, again,
So we can start to use this tyre.
strategy. Oof. Strategy is going to be go medium, soft, soft. Just trying to keep the temps in check. Might be the first close battle of the season as Norris and Verstappen going back and forth now as Lando caught up with him. Lando does have the tire advantage on the soft tires. They're about even condition-wise, so it's probably going to come down to the final pit stop. Sainz still has the fastest lap. This is in P3, about 3 seconds behind these two. Might get back up there if they keep scrapping like this. George 9 seconds behind Piastri. I just cannot talk today. Looks like Sergio's fine unless that mechanical fault worsens, which it probably will by the end of this thing. Lewis down there in P8, 10 seconds behind George, but 3.5 clears Sonoda. Just can't shake P7 and P8, can we? Really waiting for that new underfloor. Once again, Piastri first the front runners to come in here on lap 34. He's burned through his soft tires enough. Imagine he's going to the mediums. Yep. What's going on? Down away from the McLaren. George is nice and clear of him. Lewis may get him here as he's coming around the final corner. Nope. He'll come out just ahead. Don't really have enough battery without shortchanging ourselves, but Checo's mechanical fault actually worsened, but George still can't make much headway. George will be coming in about 8 laps from now, most likely. As Lewis has DRS. Just about getting back in range.
You've got a Piastri.
Don't want to go too aggressive on the tires. Again, plan is to go to another set of softs at the very end of this thing.
Still a long way to go, mate.
They are still scrapping up front. Oh, the Ferrari Sainz now just about a second behind. Just about 20 to go. Trying to find an opportunity with George here as we're under 7 seconds to Checo. Closing the gap a little bit. So we're going to push on the tires until we pit. Pushing the fuel. I drained a lot of ERS there, so hopefully we can eat up some more of that gap and then switch to the softs. Checo's tires are a bit worse than ours. Maybe that might make the difference here. Up front, cars and mediums are leading. Verstappen now over Sainz by 1 second. Lando faded to third. Leclerc now 4.5 behind Lando. Gap to Checo, now down 6.5. This strategy might be working here by continuing to push. Piastri is 2.5 behind George at least. As Lewis, instead of 10 seconds, now 7.5 or so, 8.5 behind George. Cash App RBs did pit. Trouble for Ricardo on his stop. Currently behind the Aston Martins, but the Astons still have to pit. Look at that gap, now down to 5.5 for George. Yes, you're right behind.
He has DRS.
So we're continuing to close on Checo.
Yeah, he did get DRS.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
I just follow Oscar up there now.
We must increase the level of lift.
Almost in range for the stop. Perez didn't come into the pits right there. He's on the mediums. So we're at 19 to go. He's 17 seconds behind George. Gonna keep stretching this out with George for now. Overcut him, switch on the softs. I imagine the pace will still be there. Lewis just need about, I think, 2 laps to go to make this work, as Verstappen now coming into the pits. Lando also coming into the pits. Let's see. Verstappen going to mediums. Lando going to softs. Here comes Leclerc. He's going to mediums. Interesting. Quite interesting indeed. Verstappen going to have a heck of a jump on everybody, though. There it goes. I don't know if it's going to be enough time for Lando to make that up, but we'll just have to see. The sign's right there. He might be able to pit and go to the softs here and get him covered off. It actually might work in Sainz's favor. Okay. Should be good to pit Lewis right here. He'll come in at the end of this lap for another fresh set of softs.
Okay, Lewis, so box.
Bring George on the following lap. All right, here comes Lewis into the pit lane. Sainz still staying out. I imagine he will be switching to the soft. There we go. 2.606, fastest pit stop of the day for the crew.
So be traffic on exit.
Snowdo will probably have his jump for now. We'll easily get him back. He's on the mediums right now.
So yeah, we're currently P10. So next goal will be Tsunoda. So Max ahead at 2 seconds.
As here comes Sainz to the pit. Guess we're going to get George ready to pit here as well. Fresh set of softs.
Box.
As Carlos. Mediums. Okay, that's rather interesting. So perhaps the effective lead here. Well, let's see.
Tsunoda ahead 2.2.
There goes Verstappen past right now. What's Lando going to do? Lando stays P3. Here comes George. Have some cloud cover, so that'll help the soft tires here. No whammies, come on. 2.8, okay, a bit slower there, but that's all right. Should be down the way in P7 at least. Go. Careful of the tires now.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
Understood.
All right, only 5 behind George, or behind Checo. We got a fresh set of softs. Well, let's go get him.
5.2.
It's an interesting strategy I'm cooking up as George now down to just over 2 seconds behind Checo. I want to get in front of Checo and just slow him down
Let's just keep that heads
as Lewis is still tracking down Yuki right here. Should be within DRS range for the next straight.
down. Yeah, so we're happy with temps.
So yeah, gonna hold up Checo, and the goal there is gonna be to get Lewis around him as well. Should be able to get P6, P7 today rather than P7, P8. Kind of break up the monotony of everything. Finally. Talk about the little victories, okay? Mercedes should have had a 1-2 in real life. This is gonna be like my 1-2. Just improving one position. 6-7. Okay, George now within 1.5.
Charge the pack.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, Yuki trying to fight back. Yeah, I should probably charge it up a little bit, but here we go. George just about within a second.
Don't sweat it, Lewis.
He's gonna be just fine. Actually, probably be a little aggressive here on the tires, especially George.
Drop, lift and coast.
Yeah. We're happy to pick up the pace now and drop this manager.
There's Lewis, you gonna make a move here? No.
We need to keep the lift and coast up a bit more now.
Okay, within DRS range. Pop it open with George.
Perez car ahead. Gap ahead, 0.6. Keep your head down.
There we go.
Just reduce your speed.
All right, back him up. Let's go.
So we need to make sure we stay ahead of him.
So Lewis ahead there. Maybe gets DRS range for this lap hots. Yes, he does. George doing a great job keeping him behind right now. Lewis now 4 seconds behind. This might play out beautifully right here. Actually, George might not even have to back him up. Just stuck behind right now. Okay, then. Perfect. As Sonoda out of DRS range. Lap 50. Lewis is finally within range. Well, he might be just about within range.
Perez ahead. Perez ahead at 1.1.
I don't know if we're in DRS range
Yeah,
right
that's
here,
fine.
but pushing on the tires, it's under a second. George now 5.5 ahead of Checo. We got DRS. Not quite yet. Just about there. Get him on the front straight, though.
Let us know what you think on the tyres.
All right. Oh, might be careful on the battery there.
Tape is available.
Around the left side.
So we are low on battery at the moment.
Good pass, nice and clear. Hopefully get him by a second by the time we get to the detection zone, and that should hopefully be P7 wrapped up. It's up front for Verstappen. Time's as fast as lap, but he's still 3.5 behind. Norris is faded. Soft tires are falling off for him. Not out of range from Checo just yet. Come on. Just need a good series of corners right here. Don't really have enough battery to really deploy it at the moment, so might be stuck bad one. Push on the fuel, shall we?
And we can drop the lifter coast for now. We'll make it up later. Okay.
George has DRS off a lap car, looks like.
Currently P7. Gap at 6.9. Perez behind. 0.5 behind.
Big deploy, come on.
Overtake press. Overtake press.
Understood.
I'll probably claw back up a little bit here.
He won't have DRS.
All right, cool. That should hopefully do it.
Just keep trying to drop temp if you can.
Understood.
Overtake is available.
Try and manage as best we can. Get him away from us.
Just try and keep these as cool as possible.
That should do the job. Oh, there's one to go for Verstappen up front, who still has a 4-second lead over Sainz. Alonso now has a car problem there. Felt a pretty severe mechanical fault. Interestingly enough, Aston Martins look like they're going to be shut out of the points here. I don't think Stroll's going to make up a 1.5 seconds, even if he is on the soft tire compared to the mediums of the Cash App RBs. Got a little lucky there with Sergio Perez's issues, but I'll gladly take P6, P7. We'll bring it on around here. Burn all the battery.
Push and hold, overtake.
Yeah.
Heck, we were able to make the 2 softs at the end strategy work there for Lewis. Didn't go too hard on the tires there, but Verstappen your winner over Sainz and Norris. Verstappen started again from P10. I just don't know if he's unbeatable. What happened? Did we get held up by... Is that Sargent? Are you serious? Okay, we're fine. Is that Sargent? Seriously.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You are kidding me. Well, nothing got hit, so we're fine there. He's going to hang on to P6, but I mean, hey, we're going to get P6 out of the way because it'd be Lewis passing him. But here we go here. Coming across the line, George going to be P6. And Lewis, P7. Well, at least, you know, this time around, Verstappen got denied the fastest lap. That went to Carlos Sainz, but Verstappen up 9 spots, Sainz up 5 spots to finish 1 and 2, respectively. And Lando Norris rounding out the podium. Rest of the top 10, Leclerc, Piastri, Russell, Hamilton, Perez, Tsunoda, who jumped 5 spots there, and Ricciardo. Lance Stroll up 8 spots from a grid penalty, finished P11. Alonso, Albon, Bottas, Ocon, Gasly, Sargent, Magnussen, Joe Guanyu, and Hulkenberg. No retirements today. Driver standings, Piastri gets around Perez for 5th in the standings, as gap between our drivers has closed to 7, Lewis over George. Max Verstappen now enjoying a 65-point lead over Lando Norris. And constructors, RB jumps 3 points in standings up to 7th around Alpine, as we have 100 points to get up to Ferrari. Fastest pit stops. No, Lewis made it on there with the 2.6 flat. Down to a 2.3 though for Verstappen, so pit stops are getting quicker. Okay, Imola in 11 days. I think should have new suspensions on by then, although it's not really going to help us out there. Anything really going on here? I don't think so. That's going to be it for this episode. I'm probably going to start taking a look if we can negotiate in the next episode for next season. Again, main target here is going to be Carlos Sainz to be the ideal replacement for Lewis. So essentially just do a Ferrari driver swap. But if not, we do have some options available. But that is going to do it for this episode. If you're brand new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when the next episode comes out. And to everybody, thank you for watching.